Good afternoon. Well, good evening, everybody. Some good afternoon. I hope everybody doing good. I'm just gonna get straight into my content because I see that the YouTube streets is on fire. So I'm not gonna even wait on anybody to like get up in here or anything. I'm just gonna get straight to it. And anybody that actually decides to come in or after the live, you can always just put your comments in the comment section, and we go from there. I hope everybody is doing great. Um, so I'm about to go ahead and get this started. As I see, it's a lot of other lives that's actually being scheduled as well that they getting ready to start if they haven't already started. So I'm gonna go ahead and get mines out the way. Sure is. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, here we go.
A former Klein ISD teacher is behind bars accused of trafficking her own high school students.
And her 22-year-old son also charged in this case. Kathy Hernandez is downtown with what we've learned.
Good afternoon. Kedria Grigsby waived her court appearance, but they still discuss the disturbing allegations against her. The hearing officer set her bond at $750,000. Klein ISD says that she was a cosmetology teacher at Klein Cain High School. Investigators say she recruited her own students and was working with her son on what they call a prostitution enterprise. 42-year-old Grigsby is now charged with 3 counts of trafficking a child and 3 counts of compelling prostitution of juveniles. Sheriff Ed Gonzalez says the case involves 3 teens, including a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, and 17-year-old who were reported runaways. Investigators say Grigsby helped her son, Roger McGee, who was arrested in November 2022 for the trafficking of children and compelling prostitution. Grigsby allegedly recruited troubled juveniles from local high schools by offering them a place to stay. In court today, we learned investigators found text messages between Grigsby and her son and the 3 victims discussing payments of, quote, prostitution fees and where to transfer them. They say Grigsby paid for at least 1 hotel room, and as an officer was inside that room investigating, one of the victims walked in but ran out and got into Grigsby's car. Klein Cain High School sent a letter to parents yesterday calling the news unsettling and saying they've placed her on administrative leave. The district said it, quote, has no intention of allowing this individual back to Klein Cain or any Klein ISD school. The district tells us she was hired for the 2019-2020 school year and passed a state background check at the time. Parents we spoke with are upset to hear what was happening at the school.
I'm glad that she was caught for sure, but I am shocked and appalled that the school didn't know. How did you not know that this woman was involved in this kind of stuff? And maybe they need to dig a little deeper when they're doing their interviews and their process of hiring. I mean, that's serious. That could have been a lot of kids.
For someone to say they're going to help somebody and then do the opposite and put them in a bad situation is just horrifying. It's really scary for our kids.
In court, we also learned she lives with her husband and 2 minor children. Prosecutors say they do expect more victims to come forward and more charges to be filed. Reporting in downtown Houston, Kathy Hernandez, KPRC 2 News.
So this woman, have you heard of this Ro Baby? Have you heard of this story and this out there where you at? That's what I was just getting ready to say too. Like how she's sitting up here with her husband, she got a whole family, and you out here trafficking other people's kids. Like, make that make sense. I'm going to pull up this other video. And it's so crazy that they turned around and they gave this woman a bond. They gave her a bond. Like, and then I read something else. As I was looking to see if it was an update on this case, I had read something else. Well, last year around June or July or something like that, they had I guess it was another high school teacher that was getting ready to start working for that specific school, and he was linked with the, like five, six other people, with those human trafficking as well. I'm like, that's crazy. That's why so many parents homeschool, and I pray with my child every day. I know that's right. That is crazy. I was not aware of that. I know it's down here, but I mean, like, that's just too close. We go. Let me share my screen. This is crazy. Share my screen. This the other video.
We have ever had to deal with in my history as an activist. We're talking about a teacher, a trusted servant teacher on a high school campus, recruiting prostitutes from her students to work for her son as their pimp. This teacher, Miss Grisby, was allowed to remain on this campus after it was brought to the school administrator's attention that this was taking place in February of 23. This was brought to their attention. But these same administrators, instead of thoroughly investigating the complaint, they retaliated against the teacher who brought it to their attention. When I spoke with the district the other day,
recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recording.
I said, how could you not know or tell the parents about all of this? They swore for God that they did not know. They swore for God that they had no information about this until law enforcement called them and say, we're going to arrest Miss Grisby today. Well, I say to Klein, Kane administrators, you a damn lie. We got the proof. Where's the dog? Open it up. Open it up. Let me show these lying snakes here at this school. And we want all the parents to see this. Here's a complaint back in February 23, a sworn statement by the teacher that named Miss Grisby, that named what law enforcement brought to her attention. Law enforcement went to her house about her daughter, who was one of the victims, and she came the next day and informed the school of what was happening in detail in the statement about the prostitution ring, who's the teacher that was involved, and the young man's name that was involved. And the school district took a statement in the office with the principal and the district representative. And now you lying snakes want to tell the public that you had no idea about Miss Grisby. Oh no, that's a lie. We got it right here. We got text messages where she's texting back and forth with school administrators talking about what she brought to their attention. But yet they did nothing. The principal should be terminated. And I would say to the police chief, why they never brought it to your attention? It was brought to their attention. We got the documents. It was brought to their attention in detail in February of 23. Why they didn't do a duty, brother, to speak to you as police chief? You should do your job now and start indicting these officials at this school for failure to notify. They didn't notify law enforcement, and they did not notify the parents. And as parents, they had a right to know that their children were a part of a prostitution ring. And you left the teacher after the report was given, after the case number with Harris County Sheriff's Department was given. You left that teacher on this campus till a few days ago. She was allowed to remain for a few days ago. This don't pass the smell test. All of y'all should be fired.
Well, they always say the chicken's gonna come home to roost. So back in November of 2022, Roger, which is the son of Miss Grisby, was arrested. Okay, this information was brought to the district by this former teacher back on February 21st, 2023. Okay, so when this teacher brought it to Miss Nicole Patton, Shayna Jobert,
Go ahead.
and Robert Cabal,
Call the names.
was who she spoke to on that campus on February 21st, 2023. Carrie Evo, E-L-V-E, is one who took the statement on February 21st, 2023. Miss Davis is who came to the campus and called the principal as well as this former teacher in to either for her to demand to resign or to be terminated because she blew the whistle on Miss Grisby because her daughter was involved. This same parent reached out to me, this parent/teacher reached out to me back in 2023 because when her daughter was caught in the hotel back in 2022, the daughter had charges on her. And so she ended up getting legal counsel. So then when she got the legal counsel, then her daughter was no longer in trouble. They found out that the daughter was the victim. Okay? So when we go from there, we got emails in reference to after the whistle was blown, then we got retaliation. Back in February 24th, 2023, that was sent. Okay, so this email was sent to Carrie, E-L-V-E-L-V, which is with Klein ISD.
Name the date.
On February 24th, 2023 at 11:05 a.m. talking about new concerns. Okay. Then it was brought with that response was that they were unable to meet with this teacher when she was trying to state the concerns and also provided evidence about what was going on.
But remember, February 23rd is when she reported. She reported on February 23rd to district officials. And on February 24th, they were talking about having a meeting with her. You understand? A second.
Over a year, y'all. Like, that's just crazy. She had reported this over a year about her daughter. About her, just her daughter situation. And the school clearly, the district clearly just ignored the whole fact of what this woman said. What she, the accusations when it had to do with her child. Let's get back to it, y'all.
Secondary meeting. So I just cannot wait since the district officials are here. Y'all are here, right? Are y'all here? Or Cat got your tongue now. So I can't wait for you all to come on up here and tell us what you've been telling to the public that you did not know about this.
But wait a minute. But then it was another email that was sent on February 21st, which was the very first email. February 21st, 2023 at 5:23 p.m. by the former teacher where it states evidence of allegations. The former teacher provided evidence of the text messages that this young man who is now locked up in Harris County that was sending to her directly, threatening her. So this was also sent to Miss Carrie Elvie on February 21st, 2023. And this teacher asked to be remained anonymous.
We're going to step out of the way now and let the district respond. Excuse us.
Yeah, let us get over there.
Sometimes, the only thing more difficult than running a business is
Unfortunately, we have everywhere.
Are y'all coming?
Watch out of town.
Y'all not coming? But wait a minute. Didn't you and I talk? Didn't we talk? Didn't you tell me you all didn't know nothing about this? You told me that, sir.
He probably did.
No. You told me, sir, that you all knew nothing about this. I demand you apologize to the parents because you all did know. You told me a lie and you told the media a lie that you didn't know anything about this. How could you embarrass the district and embarrass parents with a lie like that? And you left a pimp, you left a sex trafficking pimp of a teacher on campus from February 23rd to April 24th in 2024. No, man, y'all got to answer for this. The lies must come to an end now.
Right now.
So we'll take questions from y'all since the cat got their tongue. They don't want to talk all of a sudden now.
What would you like to hear from the district as far as, I know that Cornell, you said that you guys want accountability, right?
They need to wipe the administration clean. Fire the principal and every district official and representative who knew about this and did not notify the parents and did not pull that teacher off campus. For them to have that sensitive information, police reports, sworn statements, they left that teacher on campus when details was given about her involvement and what she was doing. I want to see them all fired. And then I want to see those who should be charged with failure to report, charged with failure to report. But that is a state law.
And you said this former teacher who reported this to not only the sheriff's office, but to the district, she at the time wanted to remain anonymous, but she did bring it to the district's attention. Yes. What was going on?
And they talked to Miss Grisby. Sure did. And they had the nerve to tell that woman who reported it. And then her son tried to retaliate against the teacher who blew the whistle. And that's when she made the terroristic threat report and had the text messages of Miss Grisby's son threatening her. Show it again. Show it again. This is the threatening text messages after the district blew her cover to Miss.
Let me read it, y'all. It says, what has been going on to where y'all keep arguing? Then somebody else says, we not, it's just mentally, I don't want to be here. And then the other person says, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to be there because of him. Like, what is it? So I guess this is the teacher and the student. Okay, so I guess the students is saying my mental, I'm back dealing with things that I fought to get myself out of. And I just don't want to go back to that place. It's just my intuition and my thoughts I'm feeling. And when I try to avoid them, they always end up and I can't see the rest of it. So that must be the teacher and the student from last year. That's what those texts are.
Grisby, and she told her son, man, look here, Chief. I'm sorry, Chief. Man, what the hell is going on over here, brother?
It's crazy.
This sounds like something from Barney Fife. This is crazy. Well, sir, guess what, though? You don't have to ask me. He's right next to you. She's right there. Why don't you ask them? They do speak English. Ask them. There's the police chief for the district. Ask him. Did you know, sir? Did you know, Chief? Did you know about all of this? Oh, no, obviously nobody got nothing to say now. Well, brother, start putting handcuffs on these people for failure to report because it embarrasses your office for that to be going on campus and detailed information given and you all not even conducting independent investigation based on the allegations of students being prostituted. Nah, man.
And not even so much as that. Not even so much as that. Even when you get any form of allegations, in general, period, that teacher was supposed to be removed from this campus on administrative leave, pending an investigation. That's just like when you're dealing with children in CPS. When you get a call on an allegation, they'll tell you in a minute to remove the child from the home in order to conduct the investigation. that teacher should not still have had access to children with these type of level of allegations.
They left
Period.
a wolf in the chicken's coop. That's what they did. It's
Baby, let me tell y'all. If my babies was still at an age where they would be in high school, and this happened at their high school, it was gonna be some furniture moving. It was gonna be some smoke in the city if my baby had came across these people. You know what I mean? Like, come on now, seriously, y'all. They was putting these kids in hotel rooms. The lady, she was paying for the hotel room, getting the hotel room for the girls and her son. And I got an interview of the first victim from last year. They didn't show her face or nothing like that, but it's real small. So, but we gonna look at it. Well, baby, I would have been over pissed. Somebody was gonna have to pay.
unbelievable. In my years of activism, 3 decades, I ain't never seen nothing like this. These people knew.
Protecting the kids.
These people knew. And they did nothing. And then had the nerve to come and lie to the public. We had no idea until the sheriff notified us and they were going to arrest her. That's a lie. It's a lie. We got the documents to prove it. We got the emails back and forth with district officials and the teacher. Man, this is criminal. It's a shame. Next question.
What exactly is in there? How many people?
Oh, we're going to let you take pictures of all of it. When you get back to the newsroom, y'all can go through it.
Just describe them. What yeah,
Go ahead.
Okay, so what we have the exchange between the former teacher and the district, who was basically blowing the whistle on what was actually going on. Then we have information with the text messages from the person that is in Harris County who was trafficking those children, as far as we're retaliating against the former school teacher. So we have emails between the district officials and this former teacher. So it's not like that they did not know, because they did. And this is what this evidence showed, that this information was already known.
How did this, I guess, end with the former teacher after she filed the complaint and she reported
They told her to either resign
Or be terminated.
They told her to either resign or be terminated.
And she's
what they
working
told
now in another district.
She's in another district now.
Was she fired from the district?
She resigned.
She resigned. She did the ultimatum that they gave her. Either
She shouldn't have no doggone ultimatum on nothing. She should have went straight to jail. Do not collect $200. You don't have no bail or none of that. How did she get to have a damn option up in any of this at all? Like, make that make sense. They sit up here and gave this woman a bail. Why even give her a bail? Like, come on now.
you resign or
Unreal.
you'll be terminated.
Unreal.
Can somebody tell us a little bit about how the allegations against the teacher, like what exactly her role was? We know her son was trafficking. What about her? Like, what role did she play in this?
Well, the mama / teacher, Miss Grisby, was the recruiter, and she was a saleswoman. Wow. She was a part of the promotional team to make her son appear like he could make a ship sail on dry land to young immature girls.
Runaways.
And she tricked them, manipulated them, and then put them in contact with her son to be pimped and prostituted. Man. So she was the liaison, the promoter. She was the facilitator.
And put them in motels and stuff.
And this is crazy. This is unreal.
They had a tight operation.
She getting motel rooms for students.
Runaways.
Pursue your passion for working with animals and prepare for an in-demand career in veterinary health.
So they get, oh man, this is crazy.
Yeah, I feel some kind of way about it because this is my district. My children attend school in this district, okay? And I really feel some type of way about it because at the end of the day, our children all deserve a right to be in a school district where they are safe and where they are protected. And as a parent, we deserve the right to know if we have some sleazeballs that's in the school district, we need to know about it. And we need to know so we know how we need to move with our children and how we need to move forward. Because this human trafficking stuff is real. We've seen this in real life and in real time. I own a foster adoption agency. I have human trafficking victims in my agency. I go around this state dealing with human trafficking. This is nothing that's a joke. This is serious. And for them not to take this seriously, this is a step level higher than a child being bullied. We're talking about children being trafficked, $1 billion business. We're supposed to know about this.
One of the highest in the
we are in the hub of human trafficking right here. I know damn well I got a teenage daughter. I will have a hissy fit. My daughter was in the doggone red, baby. I've been putting my finger in this ground and told it to turn this whole thing upside down. I don't think so. My tax dollars pay here. I'm supposed to know.
Do we know?
I pay high taxes too.
Does she have a bond? Like, what's her current status right now?
Well, we heard that she was in court this morning. What her condition, what her bond is, and conditions of bond, I'm not sure about that.
How is that former teacher and her daughter doing since she was one of the victims? Have they been...
The former teacher, she feels vindicated at this point right now, but the daughter is still going through some emotional issues right now. But she's also seeking legal counsel because she was retaliated against for being a whistleblower, and she got an open closed case, if you ask me.
But what's so painful, she reported this in February of 23.
Long time.
Gave them details.
My details.
And they left that wolf
in here
on campus, continuing to be a teacher until April of 2024. You can't phantom the level of incompetence, ignorance, and negligence by district officials. It's beyond belief to some degree. But we got the documents to prove it.
Well, this is what happens when you try to cover stuff up. You know what I mean? See, you have to shine the light like on a roach in the kitchen. You got to shine that light on it. And that's what has happened.
What's y'all's final message to school officials and to district officials?
We've already said what we want from district officials. But let me say to the parents, if I was a parent of a student at this school, I'd raise holy hell to clean house. If I was a parent of my child went to this school, ain't nowhere in hell the principal would still be the principal or anybody else in that damn administrative team that knew about this.
Period.
And I would be demanding an investigation by the district police department for failure to report child abuse.
Period.
Thank you all for your time. Thank you for your presence. We appreciate it. Maybe they'll say something to you now.
I'm scared. Okay, y'all. We gonna go to the other interview. Okay, this is the I think this one is right here.
I was taking drugs, I was smoking weed, I was drinking to get my mind off of it. I just didn't feel like myself anymore.
Only on Fox here tonight. An inside look at a prostitution scheme police say was run by a former Klein ISD teacher and her son, Roger McGee.
Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle has an exclusive interview with a young woman who says she was a victim in the 2022 case that led to this arrest. He joins us live from the Harris County Jail. Sherman.
It's a really sad story, Caroline and Anthony. The girl and her mother said that this was a really traumatic time in their lives. They were crying as they told this to me. They decided to speak to us after seeing Kendrick Grigsby was arrested earlier this week. They say that Grigsby would often interact with the girls during their time working as sex workers for McGee. We want to warn you, some of the details in this case. Where did it start?
When he picked me up from the front of my apartment, he was running everything down to me. And it was basically like I had no way out.
A 17-year-old woman that we're referring to as Jane Doe tells Fox 26 about the time she spent working as a prostitute for Roger McGee. The man was arrested in November 2022 for solicitation of prostitution and trafficking one day after Jane Doe was found in Hotel Royale off FM 1960. Jane says she met McGee through a mutual friend and told her McGee would take care of her and give her money.
She left out the part of that I had to sell my body.
Jane says she started out walking along the Bissonnette track.
I was just seeing all these women half naked, all these strange guys yelling, basically barking at me.
A week later, her pictures were placed on websites online. She said she and 2 other young girls would each have sex with at least 10 different men each night in various hotels. Jane and her mother were arguing at the time of her disappearance. October 7th, 2022 was the last time her mom heard from her. She got into Jane's Instagram messages and reached out to a man she had never seen before.
I said, hey, have you seen my kid? I've been looking for her. He responded back and said, Roger McGee responded back and said, I don't know this.
But in November, her daughter contacted her from a private number, threatening to end her life. Her mom, along with the police, found Jane in the hotel in horrible shape from being abused and drugged. Jane says McGee's mother, Kedra Grigsby, the former Klein ISD teacher who was arrested for the same charges this week, would interact with her often.
I kept telling them people, I said, go arrest the mama. Because my baby told me that she was the one getting them hotel rooms. And I said, well, no, mommy, she a church-going lady. She's so nice. When I met her, she was nice. I said, no, I have a son, too. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to keep getting rooms for underage girls for my son.
Wow. Well, there's so much more that we can't fit into a newscast. We're going to have an extended version of this interview on Fox Local later on tonight. Kedra Grigsby and her son both await their days in court. Also want to remind everybody that for the second time this week, Klein ISD said that the claims made in a Wednesday press conference were false. They did everything they could to get Grigsby out of the campus, out of the way of Klein ISD students, after they found out that she was allegedly accused of all the allegations that we heard about just now. Reporting from Harris County.
She should have been out last year. These people is insane. That woman should have been up out of that school last year. On the real, that's just pissing me off, y'all. It's really pissing me off. Because people just sitting back and just allow this woman to traffic these kids and recruit these kids, you know, and then you get in hotel room, anything could happen to these kids. I mean, like, oh, she got me messed up. This shit is so cringy to me, y'all. Like, I'm really gonna continue to keep on trying to get some updates on this. And it's let me see. I think a neighbor spoke on it. I got that one as well. I think they gave her like a $700,000 bond or something. Sure, please.
Would you look at that?
They got me messed up.
Well, a Klein ISD teacher is facing charges for helping her son traffic students for sex at Klein Cain High School. Fox 26's Jonathan Mejia is live in Klein. Jonathan, you spoke with guardians who have children at that school. What are they saying tonight?
Parents and grandparents that have their children here at Klein Cain High School tell me they are shocked to learn about the details that happen here at this high school, which is right behind me. They tell me the allegations are true. They are hoping justice for the victims.
How could her being a mother of her child introduce that to not just her child, but other kids too? Like, I don't feel like it was a good thing to do.
It was shocking, disturbing. It's very disconcerting to know that young children are being exposed to that and exploited.
Klein Cain High parents are reacting to Kedra Grigsby facing 6 charges of child trafficking and prostitution. Grigsby, she was a cosmetology teacher at the school.
Do you want the most qualified, but also people with morals? They are dealing with children. It's the future of our community and our country.
There's a retaliation charge and a sexual assault as a child charge.
Court documents allege Grigsby and her son, Roger McGee, recruited troubled teenagers at Klein Cain. Evidence showed that text messages exchanged between the victims and McGee discussing payment arrangements.
They put a lot of people in jeopardy. Like, it's just crazy. And for the victims, like I feel sorry for them.
The 3 victims aged 15, 16, and 17 were reportedly Grisby students and runaways.
You can't put your trust in anyone. Nobody really knows who's who. It's a difficult situation.
It's very troubling when people in power and authority take advantage of the youth and people that they're supposed to be taking care of, teaching.
Grisby's bond has been set at $750,000, and she's expected to be arraigned in court tomorrow morning. I'm reporting live in Klein. Jonathan Mejia, Fox 26 News.
So tell me this, y'all. Do y'all think that they're going to take this case to trial? What y'all think? She should not have, first of all, she should not have no bond at all. We're looking at some of the comments, y'all. They say some people says give them life in prison. Super gross. A teacher trafficking underage children. Wow, a teacher, dang, disgusting. She and him, especially her, should be under the prison. Predators don't deserve to be in society, and the amount of evil this woman encompasses makes my blood boil. Just sick. We have to protect children at all costs. No morality whatsoever. What the hell is wrong with people? Wickedness, a godless life. Unfit teacher, take away her license forever. Baby, they got something for her when she get locked up, because I don't think they're gonna let her get away with this. She lucky she got a bond. So you messing with 4 kids, you're gonna be right up in there with all the women that got kids and not able to even protect their kids because they probably done made mistakes in their life and ended up being locked up. And here you go sitting up here trafficking kids, and you introducing them to prostitution and everything else. Like, child, please, they gonna handle themselves. They gonna handle her. They definitely is. Oh Lord, that stuff got me boiling, y'all. Got me boiling. Let me see if I can find this other one. Let me stop sharing this one. Y'all, that pissed me off. Let me go to these comments real quick. It really pissed me off. Ro baby. Oh, Ro baby, I like your picture, girl. You cute. You cute. You say, but I gotta ask where the parents were at. Because my child can't just be gone out at different times of the day and night. Yeah, that is interesting. But I mean, they was saying it was basically teenagers that was homeless and they didn't have nowhere to go with needed some guidance and stuff like that. So she was pick and choosing. She was pick and choosing. He said this and that is a street known for prostitution. They've been trying to clean that street up for years. You lived for about 4 years, and when I tell you they got babies out there prostituting, my youngest 12 years. Oh Lord have mercy. My God. It is definitely scary times. Definitely scary times. She said, oh hell yeah, she and her son going to prison. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, she ain't about to get away with that. My thing is, what's up with this whole bond thing, which actually have me a little skeptical of how they even gonna handle the case, alone, period. Y'all already messed up giving her a bond. So I wonder how they gonna do this. I really want to see what the outcome gonna turn out to be. Rose said the reason so many kids dropping out of school. Wow. For real, I'll be an orange, baby. I'll be an orange, black and white, whatever. I don't give a damn. I'm going down for mine. That was my child. She said, well, why are so many teens homeless? Still goes back to the parents. Yeah, it does. It's definitely still go back to the parents. A lot of these teens, y'all know they hard headed as hell. They don't want to listen. They start getting the smell of themselves. They don't want to go by, they parent rules and all this and that. So you already know how they go. 9 out of 10, these kids probably wouldn't even necessarily have to be homeless. They just choose that particular lifestyle because they don't want to go by what they parents, and the morals that their parents is trying to set forth up in their life. Like these kids be something else. You will actually think that, you know, um, like the kids really be going through some stuff. No, don't get me wrong, because there is kids out here that do go through stuff and probably won't have that, type of support, when it comes down to family and stuff like that. But it's still a lot of these kids out here, they just, want to do what the hell they want to do. When you come across one like that, you really don't know what to believe because hell, like I said, I had 3 kids, and especially when they came down to my son, my son's little clique probably a few years ago, like I actually thought like they would be kicked out and all this. Oh, he ain't got nowhere to go. This, he ain't got nowhere to go. That, But at the same time, these damn kids be sitting up here lying, be lying their ass off. He has somewhere to go. No, he just probably got into it with his people or somebody in the house. He wanted to leave and do what the hell he wanted to do, and he called himself trying to run over to my crib or whatever. So because he think he grown. No, a lot of times these kids would really have a good support system and have a family that care about them, but they'll try to make it seem like and everything is so bad, and it's not. It's not just because they want to do what the hell they want to do. But see, when you do certain shit like that and you be so thirsty, trying to make money. And I'm not saying that's what these kids, that was recruited by this lady, they actually could have, been going through whatever type of situations that, the lady fed off of, But I know from my experience as a parent, when it comes down to how these kids turn around, they lie and they try to make it seem like they be going through so much at home, and a lot of times they really not. They really not. Let me see. You say Miss Sexy she says she could bond out, but she gonna get her time when she go back to court. Girl, they should never gave her no bond, sis, at all. She Miss X say some teen don't want to listen. Yeah, so they want to leave their parent. Yep, and it be a lot of times that's what it be. They want to be grown and they want to do this and that and the third. Like seriously, I've experienced it so many different times with my son friends. You got to be able to read through the bullshit with these kids these days, for real. Like these kids really be thinking like the parent never was a child before or some shit. They try to play off your top at any given second. No, this ain't what we doing. Roy was saying my youngest is 12. He'll be 13 next month. Nephew got a birthday coming up. And best believe he knows all about that stranger danger and to watch out for perverted teachers and even family members, period. Girl, yes. For real. Say, yeah, they got facilities for them though. And like Miss Love said, it takes a village to raise these kids. Even now, girl. Yes. Girl, we're gonna need about 2 villages for these kids now. Excuse me. Shit. We need about 2, 3 villages for one per child. Shit. Baby. I'm trying to tell you, like, I'm just grateful that my girls, they pretty much more settled. You know what I mean? Like they the type of girls that stay in the house. They take that up out of me. That's for sure. Like I really didn't go do too much going outside and all this and that, like hanging out. If I did go outside, I would just basically go to a friend house, and then that's it. We was in the house and we doing whatever it is that we doing. We chilling. They don't really go to like parties and stuff. They don't hang out. They don't drink. So they pretty much laid back. It was my son that drove me crazy, baby. He the one that wanted to have all the friends and he wanted to hang out. He was just the total opposite. He slowed down a whole lot compared to how it was in his early teens. And that little transformation from going from 12 to 13. Now he's 18, and baby, he slowed his tail down a whole lot. He drove me crazy. He drove me crazy, boy. I mean, trying to manipulate and all kind of shit. Like, boy, I'll beat your ass. I'm not playing, y'all. You got to be tough on these kids, and you got to stay on them. You have to stay on them. Miss Love said, I'm going to catch the replay. Okay, but I'm still here. I'm in a Zoom call for work. Ain't listening to nothing. I'm going to be in trouble with this. Lord, don't get in trouble, Miss Love. Lord have mercy. Don't get in trouble. Ro Baby said, well, I threatened mine, so hopefully they know better. Is that girl for real? For real, you got to stay on these kids' ass. Like, seriously, the best way you can, how. When they ain't around, you put them in God's hands, and then, man, you just got to stay on them. Let them know you ain't no damn fool. You done been there, done that in every way possible. Because if you don't, then, it's like they automatically get triggered and feel like don't nobody care about them. Nobody cares and all this and that. And that's if they don't try to do that, then they try to pull these little manipulation tactics. I'm like, baby, bad. No, I'm not. We ain't doing it. At the end of the day, I'm your damn parent. You not my parent. I'm your parent, and I will beat your little ass around here. I don't care. Just that simple. I wish I would. Child. I wish I would, but that's still, that defeats the whole purpose as far as what this is, what this situation. She should never played on these babies heart like that. Like that's just messed up to be manipulative towards somebody else's kid and you sitting up here with a family at home yourself. But you want to prostitute somebody else's child, with all of these different men, strangers. These are your students. If you wanted to help, you should have sent their ass to a counselor or whatever. Go get them some real help. You just gonna get these baby, recruit these babies and play off of their damn heart or whatever, and then send them, put them up in the damn hotel room with your funky ass son. Oh my God, child. Mm. Well, baby, say my boys also stay inside for the most part. They already know I don't play that. Yeah, girl, for real. That's like the best thing. I was so grateful my girls was like that. Like, they go to work, they get to where their destination is, and that's it. Ain't no hanging out. It ain't none of that. If they, like my baby girl, she likes to travel. She actually just came back from Texas yesterday. She got back about 9 o'clock. She just came from out there. She'd be going out there to go visit her sister. So it's just crazy though. It's a mess. I was saying my boys are 35, 19, about to be 20 next month, and 12, also about to be 13 next month. Okay. They know I'm crazy, child. I know that's right. Yes, indeed. Then my oldest is married, but I still get on his ass when he was younger. Got on his ass when he was younger, and it paid off. Never been in jail, not on drugs, and got a good life. That's what's up. That is what's up. I'm can't say I'm here, y'all. I'm cleaning my kitchen. It's all good, cancer. I know it. Y'all know it's pretty it's kind of early compared to when I normally go on live. But I wanted to get on here because when I looked up in these YouTube Scarface streets, it was a lot going on. So I'm like, let me go ahead and try to get in where I fit in, and just going to get mine out the little way, and just go from there. But I'm about to see if I can pull up a couple of more, one more video I wanted to share with y'all. See if I can pull it up. Yeah, here it go, right here. Yeah, child, that stuff pissed me off. Like we really have to okay, here I come. I can share my screen. Baby, YouTube on fire. I've been sneaking. Girl, yes, girl. I'm like, hold on. Hold on. Sure. Sure. I'm like, golly, I thought everything was cool. What didn't happen? Mm-hmm. It's a lot on fire. Straight fire, y'all. Did y'all hear about this? Did y'all see it anywhere online? This story right here. I'm about to pull it up.
Scam caller and an Uber driver in the wrong place at the wrong time. The Clark County Sheriff's Office saying William Brock is charged with the murder of Lolitha Hall back on March 25th. When she tried to leave, deputies say he shot her once, got into a scuffle, and shot her 2 more times, killing her.
Authorities say over the course of several weeks, this man had received several calls from a scam artist demanding that he hand over $12,000. And authorities say he mistakenly thought the Uber driver was somehow connected to this scam.
An 81-year-old Ohio man by the name of William Brock has been charged in the fatal shooting of an Uber driver he believed was working with the scammer. Apparently, the victim, 61-year-old Lolitha Hall, was sent to the home by the same scammer. Lolitha Hall was a beautiful, well-loved, 61-year-old, semi-retired mother who worked for Uber for extra income. What was expected to be a normal day on the job turned into a complete tragedy. William Brock told investigators he shot Lolitha Hall outside of his home on March 25th because he thought she was working with a man who called him pretending to be an officer at the local court. Mr. Brock received a call by a person pretending to be someone from the courts who informed him a family member was incarcerated and that he had a bond of a significant amount of money. The calls turned from, I'm an officer in the court, to we have this subject hostage. This is a ransom demand. The person who called Brock, or an accomplice, requested an Uber ride to his South Charleston home to pick up the money. The Uber driver who arrived at the home was Lolitha Hall, who had no idea that any of this was going on. Like any Uber driver, she saw a pickup request and showed up to the address on the app, which just so happened to be Mr. Brock's home. When Lolitha arrived at the home and approached the front door, Brock confronted her with a gun and asked her who she was working for. He took her cell phone and prevented her from getting into her vehicle and driving away. As she attempted to get away, he shot her once. Then there was more exchange between them.
Okay, you say you think this. Okay, look. This is my question, Ro. Why did this woman get up out of the car anyway? She wasn't delivering no food. That was she was picking up. That's my thing. Like, why was this woman? Why did she get up out of her vehicle anyway? And that's what confused me out of this whole entire video. If you came across any other information about this, because I haven't looked at it on TikTok yet, I just came across it today, and that was the main question. Like, why is this woman out of her vehicle?
At some point, Brock suffered an injury to his head and shot Lolitha a second time. There was more conversation, and then he shot her a third time. Only after he shot her a third time did he then make contact with authorities to report the incident. In no way, shape, or form did Lolita threaten Brock, have a weapon, or assault him. She was taken to a local hospital where she would subsequently pass away from her injuries. In a statement, Uber said the following: "We have spoken with the family. This is a horrific tragedy, and our hearts continue to be with Lolita's loved ones as they grieve. We have been in contact with law enforcement and remain committed to supporting their investigation." The Uber spokesperson said the account of the person who ordered a car to Brock's home has been banned. Officials have not identified the person who requested the Uber and have not said whether they have made any additional arrests in connection with the case.
A tragic story out of Ohio. An elderly man under arrest for killing an Uber driver. Authorities believe they were both unwittingly victims of a scam.
Authorities warning the public after a phone scam turned fatal. This dramatic dashcam video capturing the deadly confrontation between a female Uber driver and an Ohio homeowner last month after authorities say they were both unknowingly targeted by scammers.
Getting a report of a female that has been shot. She's laying in the driveway.
81-year-old William Brock charged with the murder of 61-year-old Uber driver Lolita Hall. Police say it all started when Brock received multiple calls from scammers who told him a relative had been arrested and demanded $12,000 for bail, telling him a driver would arrive at his home to pick up a package with the money.
The guy on the phone is trying to get money out of me. He was telling me he was going to kill me and the family.
Authorities believe the same scammers directed Hall through the Uber app to pick up a package at Brock's home. They say this video shows her walking up to his door with no apparent knowledge of the circumstances when Brock confronts her at gunpoint.
I was threatened that she was going to come and kill me.
You can hear Hall frantically trying to explain why she's there. Police say Brock took her cell phone, and when she tried to get in her car to get to safety, investigators say Brock shot her 3 times. Then he called 911.
I shot her in the leg first time, and I shot her in the shoulder.
Hall later dying from her wounds. Officers are searching Brock's home after the shooting, saying they answered a call from a person they believe.
She took her cell phone. It's too many gaps up in this story. Like, something is not right with this. There's really too many gaps in this story, bro. Man, keep me posted if you come across this story again, because it's probably just gonna end up being gaps up in this type of story, unfortunately, because she's no longer here, and it's just going off of whatever the guy said. This baby said, but why shoot if she was leaving? And that's exactly what it looked like. She said she was getting her phone. Getting her phone from where? And who? A lot of stuff don't make sense up in this story. Because you wouldn't have to get anything had you would have never got out of the car. Why are you not only out of the car, but you are like on the property as well? Like, seriously, you're on the property. You literally right there in front of the garage. I don't get it.
Believed to be the scammer who agreed to a meeting but never showed up. Investigators saying they traced that number to Canada, but it's believed to be a burner phone number. According to the FTC, in 2023, there were more than 33,000 reports of family and friend imposter scams like this, and $89 million lost.
In a grand jury presentation, Brock was indicted on 3 counts of murder, 1 count of felonious assault, and 1 count of kidnapping. He will be arraigned on those charges later this week, and it was not immediately clear whether he has an attorney.
Wait a minute. Kidnapping? Wait. Robert said, yes, Uber drivers don't even pull into the traffic. Yeah, it is. Where's this kidnapping charge come from? So, did he make her get up out of the car? Did he, held the gun to her or something and make her get up out of the car? This is crazy that these type of charges like this. I need to actually try to find a written statement. I wish it was somebody else was doing this story to pull up the affidavit for this. This is crazy.
Brock was originally arraigned on a murder charge in the municipal court of Clark County and posted a $200,000 bond. If convicted on that charge, he could be sentenced to 15 years to life in prison or a $15,000 fine. The case remains ongoing.
That is crazy. That was so weird to me. I was hoping like one of y'all actually synced it because I was like completely lost. I was definitely completely lost with this whole little case right here because I'm like, man, there's too many gaps up in this. Maybe they gonna be able to help me along with this because it's too many. Too many. Let me see if I go up in the comments. You said, Robaby said maybe kidnapping because he took her phone, causing her to not be able to leave without her property. Maybe. Well, hell, he wouldn't been able to do nothing. All she supposed to do was set up in that car. If he came to the car, got in the car, you know how it go, bro, But shit, if he didn't send for a Uber, then hell. You see what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like I was trying to see why the hell is she out of that car from the get go? For real. That's the number one question right there. Why is you out of the car, ma'am? You are there to give him a ride or whoever a ride. If they don't come off, what you got like 3 minutes to sit there and wait? And they don't come, you pull off and you go to your next pickup. That's it. On the real, that's weird. It's all good though. I'm gonna see if anybody else cover it and try to pull it up. If not, it's just gonna be one of those cases that's just it open and it closed. That's it. Let me see. I had started watching this earlier, y'all, but I ain't finished watching it. Okay. Let me just share my screen again. And then I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down after this, y'all. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, so.
Put your hands where I can see them, okay? Is there anybody else in the hospital? Okay.
Is that the man? This woman? Hey, you got a daughter here?
My daughter Allison. Okay, come over.
Oh, you step over here? Step over here? Step over here? Is anybody else in the home?
No, sir, our dad, her dad is not here.
Okay. Okay. So what's going on? We got a call from Jackson County saying someone understands a 11-month-old child.
Here?
Yeah. It's 105 Hardback.
Yes, sir. Okay. We've been here all morning. We've been here all morning. We have no kids here. My husband just left. I've been here. I just woke up when I heard them.
All right. You want to say that? We're going to clear the resident.
No one else in the house, ma'am?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay.
I swear to God.
You're good. You're good.
Clark County Police Department, you here making something wrong? We're gonna clear the residence. We have contact with both parties. Clark County Police Department. All right.
You want to open doors?
All right. We need you to get this way. There you go. Hold this way. You go ahead and clear that room. I'll hold right here.
In the right hand, effective money. What's that in all these shoes like? Boys and spikes.
It's clear there? Yep. All right, we're gonna move forward here. You got these open doors. Want you to hold right here? Hold right here. Clark County Police.
Leaving old, toxic, and negative energy.
Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is all new on MTV.
So what you want, young scrap?
From new career moves.
Police department, if you here, make yourself known.
Gonna open the door.
All right, you go ahead. I'm gonna hold right here.
Close doors.
All right. All right, we're gonna move forward. Gonna need shit self, so get right here. All right here. Look right here. Look right here. We're gonna point. Good.
Here.
Clear there. All right. Yeah, we're good. Yep. What you got here?
Police department. Hello. Anyone else in here?
Police department, here, make yourself known.
Hello. Hello. EMS.
All right. Let's get these back out. All right. Well, that's not thing. Let's check.
Find anything?
Nah.
So no kid?
Nope. Not so. Nope.
No sign of it.
Everything's good in here.
Is that police? Is that her?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
what's she
yeah.
saying?
I don't know. We just got here.
Morning call. Hi. Good night then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's good over there.
You know who fucking car just jumped up out my bed and heard a beating at my fucking door. I don't even have no little kids.
Hey, see if you can find out where the
Can I get
911 call came.
call from somebody so that my lawyer can get to the bottom of this? This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous.
Right,
I don't even understand what the fuck is going on here. My child, this is upsetting.
Right. Yeah, somebody from Jackson County called, get some detail about a 11-year-old being stabbed and been chained up to a bed. Somebody else was going to shoot themselves inside of this home, so they gave this address.
I don't even have a gun in my name. My husband, he just has just a little shotgun that's in there. We don't even have no babies here
Right.
at all. I haven't had my nieces and nephews over here in some months because we're getting ready for my daughter's graduation.
Right.
Can I get a card from somebody?
Of course.
So that my lawyer can get to the bottom of this.
Of course.
This is ridiculous. I ain't never had no shit like this happen to me, ever. But I do appreciate you guys' response.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You know what the number was on the call? The text?
No.
US workers. Oh, God.
Have you guys had anybody?
We ain't even had nobody even come here with no kids. That's the thing. I've been trying to get ready for my daughter's graduation. This is her last year.
Any kind of
None
argument.
of that.
I'm just asking. Any kind of argument between other
No.
younger children.
The only thing that we've had trouble with the last time the police came, the gentleman across the street and the young gentleman down there came over here in our yard and they did donuts. I didn't go and do no pressure charges because I know the young man. I know he's going through some stuff. A couple of days later, his grandma told me that he had just got locked up in Oconee County for stealing her wallet or whatever it was. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
We have not had no kind of dispute. You can even ask my neighbor.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, and it could have been a totally.
So, because I haven't made it this far. So what it sounds like is that somebody called the police and stated that a baby was at her house chained up and was being stabbed. So she's saying there ain't no kids even been there. We haven't been no type of activity there. She don't understand who actually would do something like that, and we just hearing the rest of it now. So the police got to find out, like, was this really a prank? Why would somebody even call and say, make those type of allegations or whatever? But we're gonna see what happened.
Random address that someone picked. People get online. People get online and they do it. As pranks and stuff, but it's definitely not something that. Definitely not something that we take lightly because it's dangerous for us. If we, you know what I'm saying, if we were to enter your home illegally and get shot at, it causes us a problem. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely don't want this is my name in the bag number.
Here comes our sergeant too, like the people, yeah.
Let's pause this body camera video just for a second to thank Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring it. I mean, I think it's pretty clear from the body cameras we cover, it's not always safe out there. And when you're hurt, it can be pretty confusing and even scary if you don't know where to turn. Well, Morgan & Morgan is the largest injury law firm in America. And at a time when you already have a lot to think about, they make it super easy for you. They have completely modernized the...
Yeah.
I can understand. And did you explain what we got? What all these phrases?
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah. You okay, ma'am?
No, I'm not. I never in my life had anything like this happen.
I don't know what I'm sure they ask you. Anybody do this to you?
I don't. That's the thing.
My bad, I was muted, y'all. Yeah, it is scary, like, because of all the stuff that's actually going on with these kids, and folks actually doing stuff like this, chaining up their babies and unaliving their kids and stuff like that. So it's really not hard for a person to think that somebody will actually play like this, though. Like, why would you want to play like that? Because stuff like this happens all the time. And then when this stuff is really going on or it's really happening, to a child, then here you go. The police can't really take stuff serious. Don't know if they should take it serious, even though they should always take those type of calls serious, but then it's some things you're just not supposed to play with at all. Some stuff you're just not supposed to play with. So that's what it's looking like right now.
Because we don't go nowhere, we don't bother nobody. We go to church, right back home. We went to church this morning. No, we didn't even go. Okay. Because we're getting ready for my daughter's graduation. This is her last year. And for something like this to go on just out the fucking blue, like, come on. Okay. Yeah. Like, they ain't got nothing better else to do. Like, I'm trying to figure out why in the fuck my address. We have.
Good night, Cancer. I'm about, after this video finished playing, it only got about 4 more minutes left on it. And then I'm gonna get ready and end it myself. Because I am hungry and I'm about to take me a shower and I'm about to relax.
I've not had the police over here until when I was just explaining to them when the fellas, you can still see it. They did donuts in my yard. Oh, yeah. The little fella across the street and the one down there. Right. I don't even understand. Tell him to get his ass home.
All right. Well, like I said, they're gonna do information real quick.
I'm gonna get my lawyer on this because I don't appreciate this. And whoever did this, I'm pressing full charges.
Yeah,
because you don't play with nobody's fucking life, especially with kids.
We agree.
I do not play that shit. The much as I hurt for these children, I try my best to help the young man over there. I didn't even want to press charges because when they put him in that police car, I saw it's not a place for him. He needs help. He needs structure. He needs love. And I understand you guys can't tell me who did it and their address and all
we don't
that.
know.
That's the thing. We don't
even know. We're trying to figure that out right now.
So even the 911
It came
callers,
in from a crisis hotline, and they were talking to the young lady on the chat. These on the chat thing, like not by phone. Not by phone, on the phone. I thought it was an actual phone call, but it was actually the crisis hotline and a chat representative. So it was going through like 2 or 3 parties at one time.
We're still trying to figure that out. Like I say, it's going to go up to our detectives who know how to do all that and look through the internet stuff. We can't figure out who it is ourselves because we don't play that game.
What's your name? I'm sorry.
yes, Linda McKinley, Y-E-S.
Yeah, young. Yeah. So we all got here.
Yeah, we knocked on the door. We had I had to sign obviously. Then she came to the door. We got him out, and then I agree. Yeah, we explained everything to her. Yeah.
That's just.
Oh yeah, that would be.
We were coming out and going in.
Yeah.
We gotta make sure no kids.
Oh yeah, we went on in there.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all.
Oh yeah, she was fine. She didn't know what was going on.
Well, yeah, no, it's understandable. Yeah. I just wanted to.
That is so messed up. Hey, Ma, you late? You coming in the live all late? I'm about to get ready and end it. Let me see what you say. Okay, that's cancer. Okay. Girl said, wow, so someone really went out their way to do that. Yeah, that's messed up. That is messed up. Yep, but I'm about to get ready and head on out. I need to eat something. No, you good, Mom. I just been on, let's see how long I've been on this. Almost going on an hour and a half. And whatever. So I just wanted to go over these short little videos with everybody. And then I'm going to let YouTube finish doing what they doing, Chaz. And I'm going to go ahead and sit back and relax and chill. But I appreciate everybody coming in this evening. I'm not sure when I will be back. I will hope to be back tomorrow and bring y'all some another story. And I'll definitely be seeing what's going on with this teacher and son trafficking story. see how that's gonna turn out. Try to get some updates on that too. Yes, thank you, Ro baby. Thank you. I really appreciate you, boo. Good night, good night, good night. I love y'all. I love y'all. I'm about to get ready and get up out of here. And y'all keep it cute up in these YouTube Scarface streets. Talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Have a good night.